What's up, guys? Mr. Dan here, back again with another edition of Franchise Frenzy. Today we're taking a look at the part 5s, or in some cases the 5th entry in the series. Some of them will have different numbers attached to them based on order of release date and whether or not they're remakes, reboots, sequels to remakes, what have you. Okay, let's just get into it. We've got 9 left. I started with 10. The Pumpkinhead franchise has left the series with only 4 entries. So number 9 would be, and I don't have a lot of these. I have a few. When I have them, I'll show them. I have been making an effort to get more for the next. This will not be featured today. This is what I'm talking about. Subspecies 5 is not going to be number 5 because of Vampire Journals being inserted in there. But I've gotten a few. One particular edition of one of the sequels I'm very excited to show on one of my physical media Fridays coming up eventually, because I found a good copy of it on eBay, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, I've been trying to accumulate the actual physical copies and falling behind a bit. Anyway, if I have it, I'll show it, is what I'm saying. Number 9, Puppet Master 5. Didn't really love it. Seemed like a continuation of 4. I think they had Ron O'Neal in the beginning, right? It's great to see him. They had some other pretty good actors in it. I don't know. It just seemed kind of a lot of the same setting as number 4, I think. I'm struggling to remember it already, and I just saw it a few days ago. Pretty much the same house. Those little demon guys are back. I think they kind of worked around some effects. In other words, they didn't show the effects. They showed like flame shooting at someone, and then you didn't see what happened, and then like it was implied that somebody got burned up by the flame. Some things like that. It wasn't my favorite in the franchise, that's for sure. So Puppet Master 5, number 9. Number 8 would be Phantasm Ravager. Okay, that'll be the last film in the Phantasm series that we'll be covering. But I didn't think it was that far behind 4. I'm not crazy about 4. It's okay. This one just seemed like a little bit too late, despite the fact that there are some very poignant moments between a lot of the actors that we've grown accustomed to and we've grown to love in the series. Even the sort of mid-credit scene with Rocky. It was like, oh yeah, well, if you had done something like that a couple years ago on a grander scale with some more practical effects, we could have had a better film. But I've heard so many mixed things, but I didn't absolutely hate it. But it is number 8. Okay, and this one gets a lot of nostalgia points because of the cast, propping it up a bit, I think. Number 7, It's a Boy. Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Okay, I just watched the trailer 10 minutes ago. I forgot about the "It's a Boy" line because to be honest with you, I was like, wait, what happens in 5 again? Yeah, okay. 5 is okay. It's just it just continues down the road of making Freddy a little more comic, I guess, and a lot of the nightmare sequences were kind of inventive, but they did go on a while. It's okay. It's okay. So that's number 7. Number 6 is Subspecies 4. Of course, this is following Vampire Journals and combines characters from the Vampire Journal.
What's his name is back?
Radu. Can't believe I forgot. He's back. The way that they did that, they sort of combined both worlds, so to speak, and all the characters was pretty clever. That was actually pretty clever. Overall, though, I just didn't love it. It was okay. It was okay. I think I preferred it over Vampire Journals, but that's where it is. Number 6. Number 5, I had a hard time with this one. I think it's a pretty good movie and a pretty well-made film. I haven't been crazy about this whole series. There's certainly some highs and lows. I've used the word perfunctory last time, and this one almost seemed like a paint-by-numbers script to some degree. The setting was pretty good. God, it was hard to see in parts. I was trying to make things out. Maybe it's my TV. I think the ending was pretty good, especially the way they tied it together with Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga appearing at the end. Of course, I'm talking about number 5, The Nun. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'll give it another shot eventually. But yeah, in terms of enjoyment and rewatchability versus it objectively being a pretty good movie, this is where it ended up, number 5. Number 4 was a bit of a surprise for me. Where's it at here? Oh, here we go. I did get this on eBay a while ago. Saw 5. Now, real quick, someone let me know, is an actual cover to this? Is it missing the cover, or is the slip cover serving as the cover? I don't know. At any rate, Saw 5, it was okay. I mean, I think it pretty much did what 4 did, which was surprise me at how well of a story they could craft after the death of Jigsaw. It was pretty good. Good traps. I mean, it's pretty much, that's what you're going to say about a Saw movie. Yeah, it was pretty good. So, Saw 5, number 4. Next, this is one I put off for actual decades. I mean, literally decades, because last month, the remake of The Fly by Cronenberg was my number 1, because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It was almost inescapable that was going to be number 1. I heard mixed things about The Fly too. I knew it wasn't a Cronenberg film. I put it off forever. I had the box set already, and then they were going to cover it on the Night Watch Zone. So I said, you know what? Now's the time. And I kind of enjoyed it, and I'm kind of glad I ignored it. I didn't even know that John Getz was in it. So when he showed up, that was a little added bonus. A different feel, a little bit of a different look. It was his own vision. I do appreciate that. And Daphne Zuniga, always a plus. So, The Fly 2, number 3. Number 2. If you've been following along with me, you know I rate this series pretty highly. So number 2 is Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. I've already made a video about that. And number 4, Frankenstein Created Woman. The 4th and 5th. In one video, I sort of reviewed both of them and talked about them. So, yeah, definitely pretty good, actually. And I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I hadn't remembered liking that one as much as some of the others. And that leads us to number 1, the remake of Dawn of the Dead, the Zack Snyder film. Okay, so with the rest of the Dead series, there's so many avenues you can go down. Last time I did the remake of Night of the Living Dead, so the remake of Dawn, or the film that is called Day of the Dead. Not sure we can call it a remake. Whatever, that film is going to be mixed in with the next trilogy, Diary, Survival, and Land, by order of release. Okay, so that's what I have left for the Dead trilogy. I'm not doing any doing any of the other offshoots or anything like that. But that is my number 1, Dawn of the Dead. So there you go, guys. My part 5s for Franchise Frenzy. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to start putting some of these away because my pile's getting out of control. And I'm probably just going to focus on the ones that I have for part 6. So I'll see you next month, last Friday of next month for part 6s. And I'll talk to you then. Later.